everyone, VJ Freddy back with another Solo Sunday, aka Watch VJ Lose. And today, we're going to look at this game from Button Side called ROVE, designed by Dustin Thompson and Milan Zivkovitz. ROVE, aka Results Oriented Versatile Explorer, where you're going to be exploring a distant, unknown planet and trying to accomplish a number of missions while doing this. You get the rules. It's a solo-only game. There are expansions out there. I don't believe I've got any yet, but maybe one day I will. In the game, and I should mention, there's also another version called ROVE, which is, I guess, you're underwater. Same idea. And there's also a junior version, a kid-friendly version of this game, which is kind of interesting. So you got these 6 modules. Each one has different movements. What you're going to be doing is, I should talk about the different cards very quickly. First, you got these 12 cards. On one side, they have missions, which is you want to get these 6 modules to create this pattern. If you do that, you complete that mission. You have to do 7 missions before you run out of cards to do that. On the other side, you have movements. Every card's going to have a movement on top that you're going to get no matter what. So anywhere from 1 to 3 movements. However, if at any point in time this pattern is true, is in your lineup, then you actually get the bottom movement. So instead of 3, I would get 5. And the bottom one's always like 4 or 5. So anyway, 3, 4, 5. So you got those cards. And then you got your modules. Oops, as I lose one card. 6 modules. Each one has a different ability and a different way they're going to move. And you're going to start out with them in a random grid like this of 2 by 3. Whoops, some are upside down. Random 2 by 3 grid, and then you're going to move them around. So let's look at each one. So this one, if it has the arrows pointing, you can move it any number of spaces, and this one can only go diagonally. This one can go diagonally or orthogonally. This one can only move orthogonally, up or down, left, right. This one that has these circles on the end, or not even circled, pentagons, that one, that claw, lets you move this in just one space. So I can only move this in one space. These ones I can kind of move more spaces than that. I can kind of move it any number of spaces, actually, with one movement. So you have to keep that in mind. This one that has these things on the end instead of arrows, this lets you move them one space in either and one space orthogonal, either up and down or side to side. But when you move it, you're going to push the whole thing up or this way. Sorry, I'm just making a mess. And this one has these weird arrows. It can go any direction. However, it has to jump over another card. So I cannot move this one this way because it didn't jump anything, but I can move it this way as long as it's jumping over things. So most of them are going to move one way or another. Some have to jump over cards, some push other cards. And so yeah, I think that covers that. Now each one also has a special ability on it that you can activate once per game. This one lets me draw 1 additional movement card. This one lets me shift any module 1 space. So I can shift this one over if I want to. As long as they're connected some way, It's fine. You cannot move it into an empty slot though. But this is okay as long as they're connected diagonally. This one lets you activate the adjacent module abilities. I would activate, visibility or visibility. This one lets you place this coil in any valid location, so I can just move it wherever I want. This one lets you shift any module in one space. I think we looked at that one already. And yeah, we looked at the rest, I think. Once you use these, you're going to flip them over and out of the game. All right, so we got the cards here. I'll shuffle them up. And you're going to take this card and put it up here as our first mission. And then we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I believe it is into my hat. I'm actually going to shift these up so that I have a little bit more room to play my cards on the bottom here. Hopefully that will work. We'll make it work. Now, that 5 cards is normal difficulty. You can do 4 if you want to play hard, or 3 for impossible. I will not do 3. I don't even want to do 4. 5 cards is good enough for me. So these are the movements I got. And we're going to look at these in the middle here and see if we have any of those that are good. So I do have this one. This card is, the brain is between 2 other cards, so I can do 5 instead of 3 actions or movements. This one is not true. This one is, yeah, it's true. It's got 2 cards above it, so I could also do that at the moment. This one's not true, and this one is not true. So, what we're trying to do is this. And these 2 are good where they are. I just need to get these 2 up here and these 2 down here, basically, and I complete that mission. And again, you want to do 7 of these before you run out of cards to win the game. So, what are we going to do here? So yeah, that one has the plus a card. If you move it into a module. So I'm going to do, we have this one. This gives me 5 actions. So I'm going to spend that one. You're trying to be efficient and use up the least amount of these cards to complete an objective here. But I got this one because this brain is between 2 other cards. So I get the 5 instead of the 3. Hopefully that makes sense. And I get 5 movements. So, let's double check that one. So I'm going to move this one this way. This one this way. I'll move this one this way. It's not pushing anything. And I can move. Now this one, unfortunately, has to jump something. So, I can't really do that one as yet. Because it has to jump over something. What I can do is use one of the abilities. So I'm going to use this one, shift any module 1 space. And I will shift this one down here. And now we have completed this. The 2, this one down here, and then 2 and 2. So we completed this one, we'll put it here. And we can take the next objective and put it here. And these cards kind of stay where they are. Now I want to get this one on top and make it look at T. Interesting. Well, and then this card gets discarded because we used it. Once it's discarded, it's gone. It's out of the game. And I believe, let's double check something. Yeah, if we have less than 5 cards in your hand, we get to draw 1, so I will do that. And then we can see if any of these are true. It's unlikely at this point that they're going to be true. Unfortunately, that is the case because they're all over the place. So We don't get any extra movements, but we have to use what we have. I'm thinking maybe we'll use a free one. Let me see what we're going to do here. So again, that swirly one needs to get to the very top, and it's way down here. So, when you put the cards that you completed, you put them here like this, creating a bit of a scene. So that's kind of cool. And I guess each one is going to end up different depending on how you do the missions, which is also equally cool. What are we going to do? I'm going to use this ability here, swap any two modules. And we're going to swap this one and this one. So now that one's on top. Then I need a bunch of movements. Let me see here. Let me see. And if at any point in time you move the cards and they end up making all these patterns, you can get those extra movement points. But we don't have that luxury right now. We're just going to do a free movement. Actually, I'm going to change that. No, I have to do that. I was going to say I could do this one, place it in any valid location, but I couldn't with this card here, so I do have to do a swap if I want to do that. I'm going to do 3 movements. I'm going to move this one up. I'm going to move this one this way, and I'll move this one this way. That one doesn't have to jump anything, so it's okay. And then I just gotta get this one up top somehow. Unfortunately, it has to go on a diagonal, so that presents a slight problem. But actually, I might be able to make it work with 2 movements here. Let me just double check something. I think we'll be okay. This one gets discarded with these 3 movements. And I'll use one of these 2 movements. Let me just double check which one we might be able to use. Unfortunately, it's not looking like any of them. So I'll just use a 2 movement, and what I'm going to do quite simply is 1, 2. Done. We've completed this second mission, and we didn't use too many cards. So now we're going to do this third one, which is, we want to get the green one to the bottom and make kind of like a J. We're making the letters of the alphabet here. Just about. Actually, that's not a J. More of a U. Backwards J. So I get to draw a card since I have less than 5. Are any of these true? The answer sadly is no. And so I need to get the gear to the bottom, this green one. So it's almost kind of what we want, honestly. Sort of, not really. Well, I'll use 3 movements, I guess. Well, let me just double check if there's any special abilities that I want to use. Place coil, any valid location, I could do that. Draw a movement card, place any module adjacent to bright. Okay, place any module adjacent to bright, so I'm going to use that power and then move this right where I need it. That works. So I use that one. Now I got the free action points I'm going to use. I think I drew a card. It's a bit of a puzzly game, obviously, so a bit challenging. Well, I'm going to spend some points here. I'm going to move this one above here. I can move this one over here for 2. Then this one has to jump one, so I can go over here for 3. No, I can't do that because we have a big gap here. Well, can I? I think maybe. No, I don't know. I can't do that. This one was here, right? So that doesn't work. This is going to be my 3rd movement then. And then, that kind of works. Then I have to spend 2. And we can just move this one over here. And we've completed that objective. Yay. So I get a new objective. I get to draw another card. We're running out of cards here. And we get 4 objectives done here, 4 missions. If we need more missing cards, we'll just create a new draw pile. For this one, we want to get the coil into the middle. Okay. Now, do we have anything here that matches? The answer is no. So I don't get any extra movement. So we're not having a lot of luck with the extra movement. That's going to cost me. I have no doubt. So let's use this 2 movement, I guess. And I should see if there's any abilities I want to use. Well, this is the coil, right? No, it's not the coil. Well, it is the coil. We want to get that one in the middle. So, I will move it there. For 1 action. I'm actually going to use the 3 action, I think. Then we can move. One action, 2 actions, 3 actions. And actually I'm going to do 2 actions, and then I'm going to do 2 more actions, because I need to move this up here. So, no, wait, I screwed up. Shoot, how did I have this before? I need to get this. Well, I'll just do 1 action. And, whoops, 2 actions. And no, I do need this one here, so that one can stay there. I think that was there. And okay, so this one, what did I do wrong here? Okay, I see what I did wrong. This one, I'll do another 2 actions here. I don't even know what I did here. I'm all mixed up. We'll just say, well, this one has to come down here, and then this one has to come up here. Done. I screwed up. Somewhere along the line, I screwed up. I think I'm down to, like, we'll just say I have these 2 cards left, whatever. So we're going to draw a new mission, and it's going to be challenging to make that happen. Do I have any of these completed here? I don't. But now what I need to do is get the brain all the way over to the left. It says learn. I got 5 actions to do this, to make this work. Well, 3 actions, let's try that. I believe this one can move any number, so I can just move it right over here. There's 1 action. Two actions, 3 actions, and then I'd have to use another accent to two accents, and we can move these ones over and then drop this one, 1, 2. So we did complete that one. And that's it. I ran out of cards. I think we got that. I know there was a little bit of there for a minute. Kind of screwed up, fudged up. Unfortunately, I apologize. I kind of lost track of what I was doing there. Made some mistakes, but we got 5 done out of 7. I guess that's better than nothing. We did complete this one, right? The brain, yeah. Anyways, that gives you an idea how this game works. It's pretty cool, little solo game. Obviously, it's a challenge, and that's the point. It needs to be challenging. Otherwise, it'd be boring. So it's kind of an interesting game. I should have used more abilities. I could have drawn another a movement card. I could have placed this in any valid location. I could have activated adjacent module's ability. So even if I've used this ability, I can actually use this to activate it again. Basically, do it again, which I should have done. I didn't do. But we'll just say that's it. I'm done. I wasn't successful. Anyway, comment, like, subscribe. Check out buttonsidegames.com. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching.